This is Jeremy Jones, joined by Box Office Boys.
Check out this interesting little chat we've just seen from Captain America and one of his players. I know Ronnie O'Sullivan, I've heard him talk about the skid.
And I've been, again, at the same time, I played with the cleanest balls, right out of the rack, brand new felt, Moscone Cup, whatever. Again, you'll get to watch a little bit of it if you tune in to Boise.
Yeah, something about this event, Jeremy. I said to Scott yesterday, I'm sure it was Scott in the booth, I just don't think this style, man.
Yeah, and I think he's trying to get to where every medical issue kept him from playing there for a while, and then, you know, some personal reasons, maybe he can.
Cue ball needs to slow down. It's perfect. That's good. A little bit like this. This is the type of match out of, you know, one of the 15 that he's going to play over the next 5 days. Leicester.
Yeah, nice solid out, thumping the back of the pocket. Yeah, split screen there. You got a good look at Cledio. Plays with a lot of confidence, just like
from 6. Big Brother's only on 1 win from 6. So the other thing is, you know, this is not like the World Pool Masters where that's also 16 players longer races. Plays Jeremy. And also, Cledio 7th, Manus 8th, so they're in the top 10.
And just real solid stuff. Now, I know Eklent and Jayson get along really well. The kind of match perfect for Eklent to get going. First match of the day, he can kind of set his own tone a bit.
Day 2. And somebody like Chua first on day 3, it might be a different story for him.
No, to the favorite, you would think. There's very few he's not a favorite against. But what I felt is he...
Yeah, what we kind of mean is we're not disrespecting, obviously, this tournament. Who have won in the past, it's the who's who of pool. But what we mean by Kaci is obviously lost in land. Cue ball's close and it's gone. Shaw's straight out the chair.
Broke the balls nice. A lot of action, couple funny kisses. Gotta draw this. Talked to quite a bit here during the PLP. And he's never been one to take off a ton of time, but, you know, probably play.
Yeah, chose not to go and play the Derby City Classic this year. A love-hate relationship with that tournament.
Yeah, you know, the Derby has seen some incredible things, both in the tournament and maybe in the green room, as they love that fearless. All right, I think this guy's broke the balls the best in the tournament. That's my opinion.
Right. You can miss it, but Capito doesn't. Trailing 3-1. We'll keep you posted. Back to the... Even when you go around the venue, Jeremy, you see their wives, girlfriends, they knock around with it.
Ladies also supporting their men here at these events. The giant one. And I kind of liked what I saw. You know, didn't stick with it that long. Of course, pool players superstitious.
58 inches, is it a normal cue?
That's right. And I think for his technique, it really sets up.
And you see how he's got the long bridge there. I was just going to say, he doesn't really do that. I know he was
a lot of spin, could go around the 9. Beautiful shot.
He's missed a ball. And I think next time you got, you know, one of them.
Overall with it, that's what we're looking at. What a hit.
Yeah, it's where I think that little long
cross.
Hey, he's playing the bank. I don't think he played the bank, did he, Jeremy? Or did he? With the balls, because I've not quite finished there yet. How's the pace? Looks good. Just going to miss the 9, which is going to. Now he's playing the dump, which is fair enough. Funny watching Jayson in the Moscone court. I'm sure it's not been funny for you, Jeremy, over the years. You'll start having a chat with him back.
Yeah, there's some nice bank cross. I was very impressed with Jayson this year as a playing captain, and I think Orchid won the cue stick itself. Earned a dry break, most likely.
Rail, and with you, Jeremy. See, there you go. You need to be out there, Jeremy. Only 2 practice tables available doesn't really lend itself to SVB. Last year
On the right rail. I got it a little thin. He's going to need a little luck.
left. Just once this one sits in the jump shot kind of ranking. A little bit frustration here from Jayson.
But one thing you're going to see very common is trying to make that name. And of course, Cletio, I wouldn't say Albania is known for a slew of them, but he's got Big Brother right there. Looking to get to 4-1 here. Eklent. A little surprised he came down past the 7 there.
Yeah, next on table 2 is going to be Edward.
W here at the PLP.
Well, it looks like Eklund's going to be before Shaw gets over to this practice arena. He's been having a good old whinge up to us these last couple of days, hasn't he?
You know, he lets it exit, lets it breathe for a minute, and then gets over it.
Underway in a few seconds' time. Broke the balls really well.
The best breaker that I've seen. Of course, I haven't seen all the matches, Jayson, as he should be, especially.
Yeah, he's got out far enough. That's
Yeah, and Eklent will, assuming Jayson gets out here, Eklent will have 2 chances to break the balls to get what I think is on the board in a big way in a big match here to start day 3.
He missed it. Okay, the catchy break. Where's the cue ball? Touch the cue ball away from the 8. That's what we
Pass it back. If you're going for the make, I got to take it myself. Yeah. So if the make was.
line looks good. Pace looks good. It's very good. See, Kaci's pretty much guaranteed to hit the pink 4. On another day, you might get able to just create something, that little angle, and slow the 4 down. It's up behind the 8 ball, is it? So when a player just pulls the jump cue out, because the jump cues are made so well, he's
Been a fan of, you know, oof, okay. I've always been with the jump cue, something like that. Do you want to burn it right away? Knowing some coming down the end of the becomes a little more intriguing.
Yeah, we're seeing another cue. How he wants, but he's still in the match. 4-3, and he's got the break.
Yeah, he's hitting him a little harder than he was yesterday, I think. A lot of kisses there.
It's a little light.
No, I think they're breaking in more and more. Good recovery.
You mean you hold the cue a little higher?
Yeah, you're not at 90 degrees as much. You're a hair more forward with the hand. And it seems like almost he was told to do that or anything. I just did it. And then I watched most great players. Because I think we all say.
Doesn't take much up to get a final rack shootout, and that's what's break. Got the 9 moving, as he often does, but he
He's just slowed down a bit. He's going to get a little off his right side using the 6. Gonna love that. Watch out, 5 ball. Myself. He's trying to get the 4 out in space. That's why he brought it out. Like,
stand by your beds if this misses. Well, a wonderful ball off the rail.
And really doing what he's been doing the first 2 days. Jayson will be back. What a big W for him. And Eklent's got to go back to the drawing board once.